Who said that? Who the fuck said that?
I said it, sir!
Well, no shit. I admire your honesty. Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister.
Stop making racists out of us. We are not racists.
And this is my philosophy before I go on some rant. It's not about pro homelessness support. I'm not like a what do you call it? A liberal. No, I'm not an activist. Yeah. Because I want them gone. Not like I want, but I want them off. I don't even want to look at them. But everything is a choice. So if they're insane, and some might be, talking to one or a couple, some of them might be. Well, not all. But if they're insane, then yes, take a look at this piece. This piece right here is called The Conundrum of a Subject Showing Up with No Cotton in Their Basket. Conundrum being a puzzling situation. Go. So when you have a slave, it says a slave who succeeds in overpowering his or her master does so only by becoming the master of his or her master. To ask their masters for 40 acres and a mule in compensation for being the subjects of an imperfect social experiment is only by way of showing gratitude to them for the peculiar education afforded to them by a peculiar education, or institution rather, as a way to give both the ex-slave and ex-master an opportunity to freely compete without any social, economic, or political slant. Otherwise, all that their masters possess must be taken by force, even if by their distant descendants. This, of course, being a general in the Confederate Army, Stonewall Jackson, this being a slave showing up with no cotton in their basket. And of course, we know what everything's really about, sex and violence. But you have a capital with 5 pounds of gold on it. And you have homeless, regardless of who cares? I don't care why they're homeless. What the situation is, but you're homeless. But you're here in front of the Capitol because it's safe. It's safe because the police are here to protect only what they're paid to protect, like their real interests, those who pay them. The ones that pay them are there. They go to work every day and make laws that go right over your head, and yet you're on the front steps. And the conundrum is you have nothing in your basket, and yet there it is to take.
Who's lucky one?
Unless I'm crazy, if nobody else sees it. Sometimes when a different angle, like sunlight, or light or darkness, or some water on this concrete, I see like symmetry. Like symmetry, like you could see like a face with eyes, then if you look at it a different direction, it looks like a different type of structure.
What is that? You might be crazy.
But let me see if I can find. Well,
if they're insane, put them somewhere. If they're not insane, then they need to either reclaim their 40 acres and a mule.
We have a guilt complex and won't talk about it.
If they are in fact the descendants of slaves, and I'm sure most of them are, but if they're not willing to do that, then they need to be extinguished. And that means the lawmakers need to find a way to extinguish them completely, not half-ass it and let them just kind of float around, because I may want to walk down here, and if I want to walk from here to here with my family, I shouldn't have to step over that. They do have a choice. And the choice is, if you are able-bodied, then you need to perform a function that is useful to society. And if you can't do that, then you need to be extinguished from that society. And that's just what it is. Yeah.
So I also know that people did a whole enormous amount of work for very little just to stay alive, and haven't been really compensated for it, you know, except for in token measures here.
Look at these extraordinary creatures, neither man nor beast, that ask to be part of our world. In future, they have no future, as they have no past. Tomorrow, as today, slavery will be their only possible privilege. What could they ever do if they don't live in the reflections of our glory and profit by the crumbs from our well-laden table?
The idea of slavery is not a black and white thing. It's a mental thing. It's that is mental slavery.
No, I think life is so much simpler now. Nobody starves in our country. Nobody has to go out in the corners to beg. You can go and get medical aid. Nobody lives in the streets.
There's some people that live in the streets.
Here in this country?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, they don't have to.
Well, tell them.
I don't believe that. Are you telling me that
I'm not being facetious.
No, I know you're not.
No.
You're telling me that people have to sleep in the streets like they do in India?
Yes, ma'am. But they don't. Yes, ma'am. They sleep in the streets and they die here in America.
Well, they die anyway, even if you sleep in a bed. You just described a number of deaths.
No, I mean, like in India, you die from starvation and stuff.
Well, you don't die of starvation here.
Yes, ma'am.
You can always get some food. We have.
I know we have it, but we don't always give it.
I'm sorry to differ with you, but I don't think statistics would show that you're right. Nobody has to starve in this country. There
All right.
are...
If you get a gun, you don't have to starve, no.